Okay, my name is Tyra Jacqueline, and I hail from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of the tasty cakes and cheese steaks. Yes, yes, yes. Let me tell y'all how I got to this wonderful information. So do me a favor, throw a 1 in the chat if you ever been married, if you ever been in a relationship, a long-term, short-term, I don't care, an entanglement, any of those things. Do me a favor, throw a 1 in the chat if that's ever been you, right? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ones coming up. Yeah, that's been me. So let me tell y'all what happened. So my former spouse and I, we got into some little extracurricular activities together financially, right? And the agreement we made was for them to go on my credit by myself, under my social by myself, to keep his stuff clear so he can do what he needed to do financially, right? Unfortunately, that relationship dissolved, and y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So the relationship dissolved, but the bills didn't stop, right? The bills kept coming. So I am a mother, I have a house to run, and I wanted to keep that going, right? You want to keep your lights on, you want to keep your electricity, your gas, your food in the fridge, all that good stuff. So I had a decision to make. Was I going to keep on paying for the extracurricular stuff, or was I going to be responsible to take care of my household and my child? So of course, I'm going to take care of my child and my household. So what ended up happening is those things started going by to the wayside, and they ended up on my credit report. I'm talking about collections, late payments, charge off. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And if y'all got any of those things on your credit report, throw a 2 in the chat. Don't be shy here, right? Because as of tonight, we all family, so don't be shy, right? So I was scrolling on social media like many of you, and what ended up happening is I came across a post that said, well, we can get negative items off your credit report. We can get child support, student loans, collections, stuff like that off your credit report. So I said, okay. Little did they know is that I recently was calling these places trying to settle, but never got heard back from them. So I went to a webinar, much like you've seen tonight. I saw this information to make perfect sense. So basically I said, sign me up, right? So I signed up. After a few months of being in this program, I started seeing some of those negative items come off my credit report, those late payments, some of those collections. A few more months down the line, more things coming off my credit. All in all, my credit score went up about 100 points. I'm in something we call the 720 club in our company. 720, that means it's 720 plus, because my credit score is over 720, well over 720. Is anyone here tonight that want to have a credit score more than 720? Do me a favor, throw some 3s in the chat if that's you, okay? All right, so I'm going to introduce y'all to this wonderful information here that you are about to see. Give me a second while I share my screen. All right, we got to start from the beginning. Come on, let's go. All right, guys, so I'm introducing you to United Credit Education. This is the company that's giving us this education, keyword education. Okay, so let me give y'all just a little bit of background. We were founded almost 20 years ago. We have a unique collection of services selected to provide financial protection and opportunity. We're a completely debt-free company. Let me tell you what that means. We want you to be debt-free, so we're not going to be hypocritical and say, no, but guess what? We're debt-free too. Okay, they're not going to be hypocrites. So we want to teach you how to be debt-free as well. And we had the same owner since the beginning of since the company has started. So Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, Mr. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, y'all know who he is, said we were not taught financial literacy in school. And trust me, that is on purpose. So it takes a lot of time to change your mind about thinking and become financially literate. Okay. So this is what poor credit does to people, because I talk to people all the time that says how embarrassed that they are about their bad credit. So embarrassed they don't want to talk about it. They don't want anyone looking at it, anything like that. And I said, guess what? Bad credit is something you don't have to be embarrassed about it, because it happens to people all the time. Bad credit happens to good people. You don't need to be ashamed. Be happy that you're actually doing something about it. Okay. So in contrast, though, let me tell you what good credit will do for you. It will have you feeling confident, strong, abundant, excited. Because when you can walk in those dealerships, walk in, no W-2s, and things like that, and walk out with your car in an hour rather than spending 5 hours because you're getting your credit ran 40, 50 times. Oh, that gives you confidence. Okay. So ultimately, good credit opens up doors that bad credit does not. So let's talk about it a little bit here. So have you ever moved into a new place and had to put a deposit down to get your electricity or your water or your gas turned on? Do you have credit cards that got interest rates well in the 20s? Are you driving a car right now? You got double-digit interest rates. Guess what? You're paying entirely too much. And it's because of your credit, because your credit stinks, is bad. Okay. Let's normalize low interest rates. Let's normalize higher limits on your credit cards. Let's normalize credits with no contracts with no security deposits. All right. So I'm going to tell y'all a little bit of how your credit score is actually calculated. Did y'all know it is actually a formula or an algorithm of how your credit comes about? Yes. Okay. And I'm going to teach you a little bit about it right here. So the biggest chunk, 35% of your credit score, is payment history. And what's the most important are the last 2 years, the last 24 months. Okay. So if I have someone here on the line who's looking to purchase a home, that mortgage lender is always going to keep their eye on the last 2 years of your credit. Are you paying your bills on time? Can I trust you to pay this bill on time? Is this a habit of yours, paying bills timely? Okay. 30% is capacity and amount owed, which is utilization, meaning things like your credit cards. Okay. And let me explain that to you, because there's a myth out here that says, oh, well, if I keep my credit cards at 30%, I'm good. No, that is incorrect. Let me explain that to you. If you have 2 credit cards and the credit limit is $500 for both cards, that means in total, your credit limit is $1,000, correct? This means that each credit card should not be no more than $150 a piece. Why? Because 150 plus another 150, that's $300. That's 30% together. So 30% should be all of your credit cards together. Rule of thumb, keep your balances on your credit card between 0 and 9% for best results on that part of your credit score. The next is your length of credit, guys. Old credit is good credit. So do me a favor, don't throw your credit cards in the trash. Don't put them in a drawer under your mattress. Don't shred them. Don't call the credit company and say, close this account because credit cards are the devil. Listen, credit cards are not the devil, okay? You want to keep your credit history as long as possible. The best is over 9 years, guys. So next is 10% is new inquiries. So anytime that you apply for something that's going to do a hard hit or a hard pull on your credit, that is a hard inquiry. And when you have poor credit, for example, you're going to look for a car. Did you know that they're going to pull your credit every time they're looking for a lender? For each lender that they're trying to get to actually fund your car, that lender is getting its own pool. I've been seeing up to 55 inquiries on one credit report because of this, guys. Guys, don't do it, okay? Next is your type of credit. That's installment loans versus revolving. Installment loans are the type of loans that you have that should never go back up as you're paying them down. For example, your car note, your mortgage, personal loans, things of that nature. And then we have revolving loans. Revolving loans are those wonderful credit cards. And I do mean wonderful. Okay. And it's revolving because you're going to use them, pay them down, use them, pay them down. It's basically a revolving door. And what I want y'all to understand that there's nothing wrong with having a lot of credit cards. Okay. Just make sure you manage them. Do y'all understand? Manage your credit cards. Manage your credit properly. Nothing wrong with it. Have a good relationship with your credit cards and they're going to treat you even better when it comes to your credit. I promise. Okay. But United Credit Education Services is committed to help you build, organize, and protect your financial future with your finances and your credit. So we have an award-winning program of what we call a protection plan. You get all these services, guys. And if I got someone here on the line who's looking to purchase a home, what are you going to need to do? You're going to need the budget. You're going to need to save your money. You possibly may need to pay your debt down, because it's this thing called debt to income ratio that the mortgage broker is looking for. We want that to be as low as possible. And guess what? We have services to help you do that. We have tools to help you do that through budgeting tool, savings tool, debt pay down tool. Our flagship product is credit restoration, with people known to be as credit repair. We are actually a nonprofit 501c3 company when it comes to our credit repair. And why is that important? Because it allows our credit attorneys to actually follow the Fair Credit Reporting Act and dispute everything negative on your credit report with all 3 credit bureaus all at the same time, guys, simultaneously, all at the same time. So our credit attorneys are not cherry picking. They're not saying, oh, this is going to be easier to get off. Excuse me, guys. Ooh. Okay, excuse me for that. They're not saying this is going to be easier. This late payment is going to be easier than this bankruptcy. So we're going to do the late payment instead of the bankruptcy, or instead of the eviction. No, we're going after all that at the same time. Okay. And that's what our nonprofit status allows us to do. Also, you need to protect yourself. How are you going to do that? We have credit monitoring. We also have identity theft monitoring through Allstate. We are actually insured up until $1 million of identity monitoring protection, guys. In case you become a loss at identity theft, you are insured up until $1 million, plus way more perks than that, guys. Also, we have something called financial lockbox, where you're able to secure anything that's on paper in your home and upload it virtually into an iCloud system, like a virtual safe deposit box. If your house catch on fire at 3 o'clock in the morning, are you going to be thinking, let me grab my life insurance policies? No, you're going to be saying to yourself, let me get my babies out of the house, right? So this allows you to upload anything important. Guys, net worth calculator. Everybody has a net worth, believe it or not just celebrities. And you should know your net worth, okay, which is just your assets minus your liabilities. Know how much you are worth. And let me tell you, if you are actually using these services properly, your net worth should be increasing every month. That's why I want to see for all you guys on here, for your net worth to actually increase every month. Also, will and trust. Guys, we also have a will and trust and durable financial medical power of attorney, asset protection, estate planning. It is very, very important. Save your family from probate court. It's very expensive, and a trust will do that for you. The will says who gets what and where and when you pass away. And people don't think this is important, but it is. It is very, very important. If you get hit by a bus by tomorrow, how are you going to protect your minor children? How are you going to protect your businesses? How are you going to protect your assets and anything that you think is valuable? Will and trust. And when it comes to the power of attorney, don't let any type of institution make decisions for you, medical or financial. Your power of attorney should be doing that, guys. And this is included for the same price. And then we have the YFL Family Mint and the Rocket Lawyer that I will come back to. So guys, so this is basically how the program works. Our credit attorneys are going to lift your credit. They're going to analyze it, and they write out dispute letters, and they're going to send them to you. You're going to sign these dispute letters, make copies of your Social Security card and your driver's license, attach them to these letters, and mail them out to the 3 credit bureaus, which these addresses will be provided for you. And that starts the dispute process. Okay. And we have a roadmap for you. And just I failed to mention that we actually have a customer portal, your own customer portal that you have access to 24/7 to help guide you through these services and your dispute process. All of these marvelous services are there. And we have this roadmap here to help guide you through it, but your agent will help you as well. But something I would like you to pay attention to is month 2 through 3, where it says build your credit score. I need y'all to understand, this is a misconception I am finding since being in this business, excuse me. The credit repair process takes negative items off your credit report. That does not mean that your score is going to necessarily make significant jumps by itself just from credit repair. No, you have to actually feed back into your credit positively. How do you do that? With positive trade lines. And guess what, guys? We have 2 positive trade lines to help you do that. We have a secure credit card, a premium secure credit card at that, with no credit check. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. We also have a program where you can add your rent to your actual credit report. So here is the premium card that I'm speaking of. Is actually we have a partnership through Sable right here. There's a wonderful card right here. Yes, I do have it. Why? Because I am a product of the product. What other secure card becomes unsecured in 4 months? Rent, we talking about rental card and protection. We have cell phone damage protection. It has so many perks. I said, how can I not get this card? Plus, I can help my clients with it every day. All right. So this is trade line number 1 that we have. Then trade line number 2 is what we have called Credit My Rent. Guys, if you're not using your rent to help you increase your credit scores, you're missing out. Because we all know if you don't pay your rent, you're going to get evicted, or you're going to end up with a broken lease on your credit report. And that's going to report on your credit. Why not get credit for paying your rent timely? Yes, we can do that. They can go back 2 years in time and add your timely rental history, guys. I call it like Back to the Future type, like they're going back in time to increase your credit score today. Do me a favor, guys. If this is good information, I want to see some fireballs in the chat. And if y'all have not figured it out yet, I like an interactive webinar, guys. So come on, audience. I want you to throw those fireballs in the chat. Thank you. Okay. All right. See them fireballs. Where them fireballs? Yeah, I still ain't see them. Okay. All right. I'm sitting here waiting for it. Okay. Now I see them. Thank you. So, guys, you might be thinking to yourself, well, how am I supposed to navigate with all this stuff? I don't run around with a laptop every day and all this good stuff. Guess what? You don't have to, because we have an app for that. Okay. Just to let you know, you can actually navigate these services with this. Click your hand. Your cell phone, your smartphone, guys. We have an app in the Apple Store and the Google Play. Now, here's that Rocket Lawyer I was telling y'all about, guys. So once you are on our plan for actually 4 months, once you hit month 4, you get Rocket Lawyer's legal services, guys. On-demand legal services. You get legal advice, legal documentation prep. You also have access to legal documents like leases, business ventures, divorces, things of that nature. And if any event that you do need to retain a lawyer, you get a discounted rate for just being a customer with us, guys. Now, how does that sound? Okay. So you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, this is so expensive. How am I supposed to afford this? No, guys, it's a one-time fee of $188. Then for the next 2 months, it's only $89. And then once you hit month 4, Rocket Lawyer kicks in and the premium goes down to actually $69. And it gets even better. Do me a favor, type in the chat, even better. Even better. It gets even better, guys. So if you are on the plan with us for a year or more, it goes down to $49. And let me tell you why this is important, because you will continue to get all of these services. If you need to make a change to that will and trust, guess what? You won't get charged again. Do that with a lawyer and see how much they're going to charge you. Okay, you won't get charged again. Plus, identity monitoring and credit monitoring is something everybody needs. And if you do these services separately, it's going to cost you more than $49 anyway. So that's why you need to stay on these services to continually get these actual services to your benefit. Okay, all of the services, nothing dies out. It just gets even better year after year, guys. So let me just give you a quick example of what it looks like from bad credit to good credit. As you see, the person on the left got the bad credit. The person on the right has the good credit. Do y'all see the difference in the monthly payments? Do y'all see the difference in the interest rates? Do y'all see over the 30 years for the same $200,000 house that the person on the left is paying almost $800,000 and this person on the right is paying less than $350? Do the math, guys. Bad credit is expensive. Period. Let's see one more example, because people love to buy cars, right? A brand new Toyota Camry. Camrys are excellent cars. We all know that. But John got the good credit and Jane got the bad credit. Can y'all see the difference in the interest rate? 13 points. Do y'all see the difference in the monthly payment? $150, guys. That's a whole nother bill, right? Do y'all see the total interest? Do y'all know that's where they get us at? Interest. Look at that interest, guys. Jane pays $9,616.05 more than John because she got bad credit, guys. Real life, and that's actually a real life example, guys. You don't want to be here. Bad credit is expensive. Okay. So we have a referral program. Let me ask y'all a question. Does anybody here like free? Free? I do. If it's free for me, free 99. I love it. Okay. Would you like to get your services for free? Who would like to get on this program and then get their services for free? It can be done. So if you refer people to the agent that enrolled you into this program, and if 5 people enroll, then your next month's service fee is actually waived, guys. Okay. So not only you just helping yourself with getting good credit, you're going to be helping a multitude of people with getting good credit as well. So I also said I would refer back to the Youth Financial Literacy Program, the YFL Family Mint. Guys, we are not just out here teaching adults about financial literacy, because I want y'all to understand, we are a financial literacy company first and foremost, okay? Credit restoration, credit repair is just our flagship product. We are also teaching the babies, okay? We are teaching children, 5th through 9th graders, about the matters of personal finance. Guys, we can bring this program to your school, okay? I'm actually going to bring it back to my high school. How about it? That's just where I'm going to start. And also $9 from each protection plan goes into a pot, and it actually goes to scholarship, guys. Last year, we saw a young lady get a $30,000 check. Where was they when I was in college? I don't know, because I darn sure needed that money, right? But as y'all see, this company has donated over $2 million in the past 6 years, guys. Okay. So we are out here for family, not just fixing people credits. We are here for family, guys. So take control of your financial future today. And how can you do that? For less than $3, less than that Starbucks, because we all know how much Starbucks is. I avoid Starbucks at all costs. The only time I can't hardly avoid them is when I'm in the airport. Okay. So y'all might be saying to myself, all that stuff sounds good, but I want to see some receipts. But guess what? Look at this. Y'all see this right here? This is receipts. These are actual client results. Receipts. Okay. Y'all see inquiries removed from report. Accounts moved from report. Y'all know who these guys right here, because they being sued right now. Collections removed, inquiries removed. And over here on the right is the big boy, because some people think bankruptcy can't be removed. Guess what? Bankruptcy can be removed at any time, and you do not have to wait 7 to 10 years. But you might want to see some more. That's fine. We got some credit increases right here. This could be you. And then we got this happy couple right here. This could be you. Why are they smiling? Because they utilize and leverage our services, right? Then they purchased their home and 2 beautiful cars, right? This could be you. Keep on smiling, okay? So I'm about to bring on, guys, that just actually concludes my part of the actual presentation. And guys, I just wanted to show y'all this real quick. Listen, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with credit cards, baby. You just got to treat them right, okay? And they're going to treat you right, okay? So let me bring on the next speaker. You saw him in the beginning. This is Mr. Carnell Newsom. He is a vice president, ambassador in our marvelous company. He is a true servant leader. He's definitely my big bro. Gotta give it up to big bro. Right here. He is a father. He comes from the mortgage industry. So trust me, he know about when it comes to money. So if there's anybody here that would like to make some more money this year than they did last year, you're in the right place at the right time. Mr. Carnell Newsom, are you there?